Okay, what are we doing here? We are live. And where am I? That must be me. Now I'm going to go over back to my OBS for a minute. Want to picked up a couple of nice dimes today. 1994 proof dime. Of course, it's San Francisco silver. Proof 69. Okay, I'm going to fight with my camera a minute here. Here we go. Proof 69. Beautiful coin. 94 and a 95. Real nice coins. Picked those up. Got a few more coming. A couple of quarters. Got those for a pretty good price too. Not really sure what does the proof 94 go for? I think $8, $6, $9. Don't remember bucks. Let's see. Let's just look. I don't have my gray sheet where I can reach it, so I can't do it that way. 94 is $3.50, and that's a proof 65. This is a 69. 95 is $5. I got them both for 3 1/4. So that's not bad. 3 1/4 for a $3.50 and a $5. Of course, that's Red Book. Well, let's see what kind of mess we can make here. Got my junk box to throw them in. And rip into the first roll. I don't know if I'm going to go through the whole roll. I'm going to go back to my YouTube channel. Oh boy, there is a long delay. Can't do nothing about that. It's got to process the video, so that's what I understand. I should have known that it would have to YouTube would have to process, and that's why there's a delay, even though you have the delay shut off in YouTube and OBS. That's what I use for streaming. I guess it's the best. There are some other. Okay, now that's should have been something within the first handful, but I don't see anything. 2014. Looking for that double die over the door, huh? Nothing there. Got a box of pennies yesterday that I went through. Well, not yesterday, but I was going through it yesterday. And I got through, I think, 27 rolls, $25 box. Hi, Brandon. Go get me some subscribers, Brandon. I'm going to actually market the page so I can do that. I haven't advertised it at all. Not really. But is Cassie there? No, I don't go to. There's no coin shows around here, Brandon. I'm in Olean. There's nothing around here. There's shows in Buffalo, but I'm not going to travel to them, and I really don't buy coins so much. Don't have the money to buy coins. I'm a retired old fart. But go through this way, I do pick up a few really good coins that have some value. Occasionally I go through the quarters, dimes, and halves looking for silver. silver's pretty sparse in Western New York. I mean, it's really sparse. This box is nuts. 2 rolls and not anything in the 40s or 50s. I am pulling out some other ones looking for double dies and errors. And they don't come around much. Found a couple of, I grabbed $100 in dollar bills today when I was picking this box of nickels up. And I got a, let's go back over here to OBS. I got a star note. Whoop-de-doo, you know, just throw them in a box or in, but I finally got a ladder. It's not a true ladder, and I don't think ladders should be used to define these bills. But as you can see, it's only got one of each number, 675832241. It would be nice if that were 876543221, but that would be a premium bill. It's only got one of each number in the serial. And you don't see too many of them, so I thought I'd just grab it and pull it out. Looking for that detached leg, I think is a dream. That's not going to come true. Wow. No Canadians. 3 rolls, not 1 Canadian. I generally get at least 1 out of 2 rolls. And I haven't seen one yet. What is wrong with this thing? I'm going to set that aside. 2002, that looks like it had about 10 pounds of pressure a minute. Or maybe it's one of those oil-filled dies, huh? Last 6 boxes, not one 2009 nickel. Are you still there? No, Brandon, are you still there? Of course, now I gotta wait for the delay to get by. Excuse me. Speared buffalo. Must not have been too many spears with the nickels per minute that I seem to get. What are they doing? Marking my boxes and sending them back to Loomis and telling Loomis pull a prank on me and sending them back to the bank and new wrappers or something? Because it's really been getting sparse lately. That's 4 rolls and nothing in the 40s or 50s. Had that happened before too. A box starts out dead and then I end up with like 30 or 40 nickels out of the entire box. But that looks pretty good for, it's a 70. Half, well, not quite half the steps. Don't want it. But, oh, there ain't a whole lot going on. Yeah. Looks like a net. Look at this. Every single nickel is upside down. 2, 4, 6, 8. I always pull out 10. Every nickel is upside down. Now that's just weird for it to happen. for a 75 misplaced mint mark. Haven't found one of those either. Wow. Maybe I should just take this box back and not go through it. Holy cow. 5 rolls down. 5 rolls down and nothing older than a 64. What's that? Junk. Okay, got a couple of metal detector finds in here. All gunked up and corroded and rusty and oh wow, there's a 59. Waiting to find one of those 15% or more errors off center. The 54. Well, what do you got to do around this town to get subscribers or viewers? Join some kind of syndicate or affiliation? Something? Gets kind of depressing to see nobody there. Oh well, I'm still doing it. Still enjoying looking. Geez, I wish I'd stopped finding all these 64s. They should have minted so darn many nickels that year. Look at that. Out of these 10 nickels right here, there was 4. Some of these nickels, they look like they're going to be in the 40s or 50s or in the 70s and 80s. Wow. This is another dead box. Always had more than this in the beginning. Yeah, 64. Wait a minute. There's a 39. Let's set that 39 right there and hope it's got a D or an S. But most likely it's going to be a filly because you don't find that many. I finish this roll up, I'll flip it over. Actually, I'll flip it towards the camera. Let me put OBS on so I'm in real time. That way I can see it right along with you. with you, with me. G64, 2 of them out of 6 nickels. All right, let's see if I can get this little sucker to focus. There's a 39. I'll flip that over and see what might be on the side of the Monticello. Nothing. 39 Philadelphia. I think I've amassed about 2.5 rolls since April of 39 Philadelphias. I know I got a roll and a half in front of me in tubes, and I'm pretty sure I have another roll of them in one of the storage boxes. We started finding quite a few of them there for a while. Instead of scrutinizing the heck out of some of these nickels, if it's an error date, I'll set it aside and look at them later. There were a bunch of people out there watching while it's live. I'd probably look at a few of them and maybe find something and share it. But gee, look at that, 3 64s in a row. I know 64 is a big year, but I don't remember seeing that many in every box. Not like it's been lately. Last couple of boxes have been nasty. Well, that certainly looks like it ought to be a 30, 38, 9, or a 40 or 41. 57. The shape it's in, but it's just another worn out 64. What's that double die? Whew. Wow. 2, 4, 6. 6 nickels, 4 of them. 4 of them in the 50s. Late 50s. 154. The 39, and I don't remember what the other one was. Nice 92. Full steps, but I'm not going to try to amass a roll of 92s out of the next 50 boxes or more. There is absolutely nothing here. Here's a 60. No bar zero. Only picked up a couple of the bar zeros since I started in April. One's got a pretty good sized bar on the zero too. Other one's just a line connecting it to the rim. I do have quite a few of them though. I pulled them out when I was working retail there for a while. There's a full step. 90. There's another 60. No bar. Excuse me. Oh, this is a bad box. There's a 53 Denver. Everybody watch the eclipse today? I had an eclipse when I was a kid. I do believe it was pretty close to a complete solar eclipse. I remember it getting dark. Kind of weird feeling too. I remember that. I was sitting there and all of a sudden it gets dark out in the middle of the day. Just a strange sensation, I guess. Hope nobody injured their eyes. I'm sure somebody did. I did see some people out, you know. As I was going into town, I saw a couple of guys that were standing by a bar. I might tell you right there. But they had their hands up to their face, looking up at the sky. I guess expecting their hands to knock out enough of the rays that it wasn't going to hurt their eyes. Sure had enough warnings about it. And people who had injured their eyes in the past talking about it. Another 60. Sure, a lot of 1960s in this box. That's 4. No detached leg on that buffalo. And no spear going through his gut or his back. I think I might just turn this live stream off and just go through the rest of this box. Boy, I got an awful lot of nickels in that one box that I have to go over and check for errors and variations. Wow, there's a lot of there. Geez, there must be. Holy cow! There must be. I bet you there's 600-700 of them in there. 56. I haven't seen one 75 in 10 rolls, 11 rolls. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna set it in the box over there for later. Take a look at it. It's a 64, but supposedly the 64s also have a double die. as I've said in the past, I've watched a couple of videos on it. Coinop had one. He had a video of a double die 64, and I just don't see it. A war nickel? Oh, yeah, it should be. Look at that. It should be. Same toning as a war nickel. I mean, that's really. I can't change the date by looking at it 3 times. 59. There's an error, possibly. Yep. If that's indeed what these things are, that's a major grease dye error. Let's see if I can get this to wake up and like I don't know. I mean, both sides are identical, which I don't know if that would be the case for the grease dye error or not. I don't know. I don't generally pull them out anyhow, not unless they're major invisible, so to speak. Some of those grease dye errors look like they, as I said, like they had about a couple of pounds of pressure to bring the dye into it. That's exactly what that 50D looked like. Had that same toning, and you can tell the older coins, like I said, from these new ones. These new ones are just, they're nasty looking. Look like they were made on somebody's shop printer or something. No depth, no featurable outline to anything. They just look cheap. What the heck? Did somebody dump all the 64s in an area and they picked them all up and stuffed them in this box? You know, we all get our share of 64s, but geez, it seems like about a fifth of what I've seen so far are 64s. Next roll I get, I'm going to pull just those out to see how many are in it. There's another one. Jesus, that's crazy. There's 2. All right, matter of fact, I'm gonna just for the heck of it, I'm gonna pull all the 64s out of one box one time, one of these times, and see how many I actually get. Okay, here's one. Damn, another 39 right there. 64 again. There's 2. I'll look at that 39 in a second. 57, 64. 54 Denver. And there's a 54 Denver. Two 54 Denvers in the same roll. And several rolls in a row, there was nothing. Another 64. Wow, a 63, first one in this box. Another 64. Okay, so 5 64s in that roll. Here's the 39. Back to OBS so I can be sure it's focusing properly. Come on. I don't like this camera. I don't care. Shouldn't hold it like that. 39. And it is a... What'd you think of that? Come on, camera. I'll take my word for it. It's Philadelphia. 239s in the same roll so far. Or the same box. Both Philadelphias, of course. In the very first box I opened, I got an AU to uncirculated 50D. Very first box back in April. Insane. And I've only gotten, I think, 250 Philadelphias since then. Two that I remember. Might have been 3. Certainly not 4. It's funny, I told you I had a 92 full step a minute ago. I just got another one. But I tossed it back. 1, 2, 3. There's a 40 San Francisco. 1940 San Francisco. You know, I've noticed a couple of times I get toward a third of the box gone, and suddenly some older coins. I know it doesn't make any sense because it's random as can be when they're rolled. I saw a video, it wasn't even on YouTube somewhere, where they showed them rolling nickels that come in. One of the distributors, and I can't even believe how many came in with truckloads of nickels. Threw them in a hopper and into the machine they went. And what the heck? A couple of glued together nickels there. See? No. Oops, I just threw that in the wrong box. Well. When I go through those other nickels for variations and errors, I'll find them. Get too much money laying out. It turns into an investment because it's not in the bank. It's going to earn much interest. But now, by the looks of the back of this, I'm going to say 56. 89. All right. That was close. Somebody must have worn it off in there between their fingers as a good luck charm. Not 175 yet. Not one. Not one out of 5, 10, 15, 20. No, I think we've gone through 20 rolls. Maybe, I don't know, I can't count. Rolls aren't even in a box. You know, somebody made a statement one of the other collectors had made a statement of possibly going to some of the lower income areas and getting your change there, getting your coins to check. Sounds kind of, I won't say cruel, but it makes sense, I guess, you know. I don't know. They might just happen to take some decent coins to the bank in rolls to get some cash, help with bills, which I don't know why they wouldn't just seek out a coin collector and sell them. Hey, wait a minute, there's a 75. I'm going to set it aside because I don't remember where the misplacement mark actually is. I think it's right up next to the right alongside the 7 or the 5. It's almost hugging it rather than being down at the bottom. It's pretty prominent too. I don't know why. I don't know why it would really be an error because here's an 87D, and it's not. Well, okay, now that I remember, it is right alongside. It's almost next to, even with the 5. That D was quite a ways underneath the 7. Not quite a ways under, but it was at least under it. This is depressing looking up there and seeing there's another 75. I know that one's in the right place. Looking up there and seeing no viewers. 64 on that end, 64 on this end. I'm getting hungry. I know I gotta take a quick run into the other room and get my drink. I stuck it in the freezer. I don't want to be fighting with it. Jeez, I'm telling you, I really should have taken all the 64s out of here just to see how many there were in this box. Good Lord. Far more than what I'm used to seeing. I'm going to pull that aside for a second. Looks like that might. It's a, well, yeah, it's a scratch. It's a bag mark. It's a slit in the nickel. I thought it was maybe a little extra over the door frame there. 2008 double die reverse. Wow, that is one bright. That's one bright 2014 right there. Boy, there's hardly a mark on this thing. There's a little stain up there and a thumbprint. No nicks like most of the new ones. This cheap metal. Last 2 boxes were no war nickels, and I was always averaging two per box. Of course, I don't get on here and do everything live. I I go through, today's Monday, and I've already gone through 2 boxes of nickels, box of pennies, $100 or 250 straps of bills just to see. And I got that out of order ladder and the star note, which they aren't going to be worth anything. Very interesting. That's got to be a little bit. Oh, come on, man. That really looked. I thought it was going to at least be in the 40s. Even, I mean, not in the 40s, like a 40, 41 or yeah, 40 or 41. And darn things are 64. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Instead of throwing any more of these 2008s or 14s into my check later box, I'll just check them while I'm here. Got a whole lot of 2005s over there. Check for the detached leg and the extra tree. Extra tree. Sure would like to get the 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the high. What do I want? The high, extra high leaf or low leaf? I think the high leaf is more. It's a nicer looking coin. It has a bigger mistake. Look at this. These 54s are probably the most prominent of all the 50s when you're going through these. Yeah. I mentioned I haven't seen a 75, and I got two rolls in a row, and those are the only two I've gotten out of 20, almost 25 rolls. It looks like I think I've gone through here. I saw a video pop up, notification for a new video coin op put up about 10 new errors. I don't remember if it was from just this year. I'll have to check his video out when I'm done here. He's got some informative videos he puts up. I'll check out coin op. I think everybody who collects coins already does. He's got a ton of subscribers. Every now and then I'll put my, because I do zoom through these pretty quick. I put this on. I have the one lens up, so it gives me a distance of magnification of about 10 inches, and it's really good. I mean, I can spot errors or variations a little bit quicker wearing it, and the dates do pop out in any little. I mean, I see pretty much every little bag mark on these as I'm going through with this on. Helps tremendously, because coins can be a strain on your eyes regardless of your age. I got a couple of years on a few of you. finish up this roll and go grab my drink so it doesn't turn into an ice cube in a bottle. Check that, 2000. I've got 3 or 4 rolls of 2000s that I hand picked out. I mean, they've got to be pretty much mint state. This one's got full steps, but and it doesn't have any wear on it. It's got a couple of stain type dark spots on it, so I won't pull it out. I'll be right back, even though I'm talking to myself. Now I put this bottle in the freezer at about 25 after 9. It's frozen. Uh-oh. Okay. Move the chair too far away. I had a guy here in close to the town, just a few miles away. I was talking to him online. Told him I got these 3 rolls of 2016 Philadelphia nickels, B rolls. He said, "Well, bring one up to me, and I'll give you $10 for it." And I said, "I'm not going to take your $10 for a roll of 2016s. Crazy. Not worth that much. They will be someday, I'm sure. Maybe if coins are even going to be anything to our future. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. It's a shame you have to ever think that. Even after the big wars, the worry wasn't always there that another one was coming. But today, don't know what's going to happen. And I won't talk about the state of affairs in the United States or any place else. We have our problems and worries. We don't need to talk about them. That's the doorbell. I collected sports cards for a lot of years. And the ones I had collected just hit the bottom of the barrel as far as value, with all the different makers, brands coming out, saturating the heck out of the market, over minting. And you want sports cards, you got to go back to the old cards, back to the 50s and 60s, with the exception of Mike Trout, baseball extraordinaire, and a few others in other sports as well. And now they have digital card collecting. Geez, I got to start that with coins someday. Maybe we can all start collecting digital coins, huh? That would be absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I can't understand. I see, hey guys, forgive me. I see you guys in there, and it's telling me on this side I have one watching, so I haven't been paying attention to the monitor. Hi, Mike. Mike's Piggy Bank. I don't think I've seen you online. Island Boy. 15,000 old hockey cards for $8. Holy cow. That's a score, okay. when my son, when my youngest son, Noah, I don't know if you guys are there. Are you guys there? I did not see, it's been saying one on my screen all this time, and yet there's chatting going on. Mike's Piggy Bank, you still in there? Well, you must be because yeah, okay, all right. It's not telling me you're there in the list down here. It's not saying a thing. So I'm gonna have to check the YouTube channel and find out what's going on. But when my youngest son, when he was born in '84, we started collecting when he was 6, and he was really careful. I mean, he was super careful on opening them and holding them like this, holding them without taking a chance of getting fingerprints or anything else on them. And we at the time I owned a security company, and we were going to man, if I see one more 64, look at that, a 2009. That's the 11th 2009 I found since April. We used to go to Sam's Club and not buy cards by the box, but buy cards by the case. And I was purchasing the Don Russ 90, 92, 92, 90. Yeah, let's see. Chipper Jones rookie was 91, so it was 92. And Jesus, I I don't know how many cases of cards that we bought and never found all but I think two of the premium cards in those boxes. I I would say that I probably bought conservatively 15 cases, 12 boxes to a case. And I mean, again, there we go with the 54 Denver. That's the fifth 54 out of this box. And everything else has been pretty much junk, 239s. Um, there we go with the, I set aside the variation dates that I'm interested in, and now I'll look at them later. But we had so many cards, and I started going to all the card shows. I did have an awful lot of. I'll tell you what I had. I had my proudest cards were I had 4 of the Michael Jordan cards, and I sold every one of them on eBay. I got 2 of them. 2 of them I picked up for. Uh, one was like 150, and they were mint. They were beautiful cards. How do you do these live shows? Oh, um, on your channel, you have if you go to your channel and then go up to Video Manager. On the left-hand side of the screen, when you're in your Video Manager, there'll be uh, uh, an area to click on Streaming, and go to that. And you have to use a streaming software. I use OBS, which is free. It's open broadcasting software, and it's pretty easy. It really is. Get your stream key right off of your the page that you're going to set up live. There'll be at the bottom. There'll be a stream key. You put that stream key into OBS software, and when you hit war nickel, is that possible? A 41 that looks like a war nickel. Uh, when you hit the software and hit start streaming, you'll be live on here. It's pretty easy. It really is. Uh, you don't need a lot of instruction on how to do it. Setting up the software for OBS is extremely easy as well. It's a pretty quick process. As long as you've got, you're going to need a pretty good speed internet, at least megabit upload speed. It's not so important about your download, but your upload speed has to be at least 5 megabits to really to really 5 gig. I'm sorry, to get it so you don't have a lot of buffering going on, and your computer has to be pretty decent too. I tried it on my laptop, and you can watch at the bottom of the OBS software exactly how well your stream health is, and my stream health was like 35%, and it was buffering the entire time. Nobody was seeing anything, but it's pretty cool. Good way to do it. You can do it directly from your Facebook page now, your home page. Um, didn't You didn't have a chance to do that before. Either you have to do it from a page, like a business page on Facebook. You go to your streaming tools at the top of that page. But now you can actually do it with the help of a gentleman who wrote the software, the streaming part, so you can do it right from your page. I've done it a couple of times just to try it out. And that's pretty neat. Make sure you guys comment I requested you do, and then I'll get the information, your address or whatever, and whoever, and it's chosen. I won't choose it randomly. I'll do it online. There's several random programs that let you randomly choose. And here we go again, 1954. Choose a name out of a bunch, and I'll do that, and then I'll send. I got a couple of different tubes around here with war nickels in it, and I'll just dump 2 out as they come out randomly and send them off. And I would appreciate if you would tell others about my channel, because I'm just starting doing this, and oh, and I'm gonna have giveaways. I'm not gonna be asking people for money to give them something. I will have. I'm gonna have some more expensive coins for giveaway. You know, war nickels. What are they? $1 a piece. What they do, but they're nice to have, and they'll be worth something someday again. But I'll have some better coins, and I will have a drawing too that's going to be pretty fair too. It's going to be a 50-50 type thing, where if I'm going to put 10 silvers in a bag, I'll only also put 10 clads in a bag, so you got basically a 50% chance of pulling out a silver. And I think that's only fair, to get people to watch. And I enjoy the coin hobby. I did for years and years and years in the 60s and 70s. And now that I am retired from drumming and working and everything else, I'm just going to enjoy it and share it. I'm trying to start a coin club here. I don't know how well that's going to go over, because it's a small town. We did have one back in the 60s, and I was in that one. But today, everybody's got everything to do in their lives, and they don't have time to set aside for other things sometimes. Jeez, 1984. Thanks, Mike. Some of these coins are really, this box is dead. I mean, it's just plain. See if I can find that. I think I pulled it out the other day. I wonder if it's. Hang on a second. I've got coins everywhere. I think it's right over here. Holy cow! I didn't know I had that many 2x2s over here. Come on. There it is. One thing I don't like about YouTube Live is the fact that you do have a delay, so I can't. I have to go back to my OBS software where it's real time for me here. But this is the 50D that I found in my very first box. Look at this in April. Look at the condition of this coin, and I didn't expect it to be a D when I looked at it. I knew it was an older coin just by the toning and everything, but I saw that 50 and I said, "There's no way." No way in hell when I flipped that over. And when I flipped it over, I saw that D and I almost crapped. I mean, my first box, I'm thinking, is this how it's going to be coin roll hunting again? Because it's, well, I don't know if it'll be, well, I don't know if it'll be online or not, Mike. It was going to be a local thing here, like we did before, where, then again, I could do an online coin club. I do a lot of online stuff. I do all my marketing for my own books that I've written and published, but could do an online one too, or even an extension of the club we have. The only thing I don't like about that is the idea that I don't like ever asking people for money or something like that to support a club. And online, the only thing that's involved is time. And damn, these 64s. Time isn't that big of a deal with me right now, anyhow. But that I was saying about that 50D, um, finding something like that in circulation that quickly. I mean, like I said, the first box that I decided to go and start doing this again, because back in 1966 when I started, we would get nickels from the bank and pennies from the bank, and they were from parking meters, and they were loose. They were in bags. They weren't rolled. And the friend of the family that got me into coin collecting was retired, and we'd go up and get a bag of nickels and a bag of pennies. And in 1966, almost, I would venture to say that a third of everything we went through we kept, because in '66 that wasn't very. I mean, that's only a few years from the time the last wheat was minted in '58, and Walt had pretty good insight to save every wheat penny. The $50 bag of pennies, I think probably $18 in pennies were taken out every bag that we went through, and there were still Indian heads in circulation. And same thing with the Buffalo nickels, and a few occasionally rarity you'd find a V nickel. Coin clubs at schools are good. We had one at my junior high school, and things have changed a lot since then. People, and it's great. I like seeing younger people involved in coins. Any kind of a hobby, really. It can be rewarding. You can find that 50D like I did. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's like a $15, $18 coin, something like that, maybe a little more. It's AU at least. I haven't even looked at the prices on my gray sheet, so I don't. Wow, that's gem BU. It's too bad there's no. You know what? I haven't even gotten into that on the super chats. I'm not sure exactly how they work. I know I watch Dollar Make You Holler, and he has the super chat going, and donations coming in and all that stuff. And I'm not really sure how to do that. I'm gonna look into it and see how it actually works. what's entailed in doing it, and what the difference is really. But I'm not ignoring you guys. My monitor is on the other desk next to me, so I gotta lean over there to see it. And believe it or not, I'm trying to get through these and get done with this box because I'm sick of looking at coins. I've gone through, I don't know, maybe 12, 12 boxes since uh, 12 boxes since Thursday, and one, two, three, four boxes of pennies and a bunch of bills. Bills, they're easy. That's quick to get through them. Got one star note today out of a 50 strap, and that ladder bill. I got the ladder bill. It of course isn't. I don't know why they call these ladders. They're not ladders. It's I understand what they're saying, but it's only got one of each number. Yeah, you can find old nickels in your change. Matter of fact, it wasn't but maybe a couple of months ago is the second. I found a 38S in one of the boxes, but I found a 38S in change one day, um, and I got a silver certificate. Excuse me, from 7-Eleven about a month ago, and about 2 weeks after that, I got another one. She just handed me, and I told her, and that was a red bill. It was a red 5. And I told her, I said, if you collect money, she said, I don't want that thing. Just go ahead and keep it. So I told her to start watching for them now. See any more, set them aside. But you can find some pretty good stuff. Not like the old days, though. That's for sure. I would suggest, really, since most of the old coins are pretty much, they're pulled from circulation quickly anymore, and there are a lot of coin roll hunters. I would suggest you start looking for a lot of the errors too. The 2004 Wisconsin quarter, that's got the die break, which caused an extra leaf. Two different variations of an extra leaf on the quarter. That's a pretty. I've seen them go as high in graded condition as high as $200 and $300 on eBay. Or take a look. Go ahead and look at the 2004 Wisconsin quarter. Look at this. Boy, I haven't got one more nickel yet. And you'll see quite a few of them on there. Not a whole ton of them, but there's quite a few that are for sale. I'm getting down to, I think I got three rolls left. How long have we been going here? Let me see. What did you say? I did some string. Oh, it's too bad that 3 wasn't a 1 or a 7 actually. Still got a trinary, which is good. Hang on to it. If it's only a buck, I'd hang on to it. And you might even find some of the collectors. There's a 41 Denver. There are some people out there that collect just that. Some people collect the birthday bills with just the birthday in it, anywhere in it, like 1959 or 1984 or whatever. And the only birthday bills I'll collect, they have to be an actual date from beginning to end. They have to be like 06/19/1955. And those I will hold on to. I don't care if it's $100 bill, I'll hang on to it. But any bills with just the birth date in them, birth year in them. I don't, they're okay for some people if it's their year. That's a good thing. But I myself won't take them out unless I know somebody with that year. Holy cow! Wait a minute. Oh, jeez. I thought that was a 39. It's a 59. 59D. I thought it was a 39. I saw the D first. Nope. There's a little dig on the 5. So there's a 48 Philadelphia. Nothing major in this box. That's only the fourth Canadian nickel in this box, and I'm only 70 miles from Canada. I'm south of Buffalo, so I'm not too far. We got a credit union here that they won't accept Canadian change when you bring it in, and I've gone to the credit union there to get boxes of coin, and I find a lot. I find a lot of Canadian, especially they have uh, the credit unions are supported by their members, and so they have a lot of hand rolled coin. So when you go in, you're going to find a lot of Canadian nickels and people or quarters, whatever, and people don't want them. So I take them back in, and the only time I went to the credit union, I separated them out and said they have a rolling machine. They allow not a rolling, but a counting machine. They allow their customers to use, and I counted them out, and the Canadians were rejected, just like in Coinstar. I took them up to the counter, and she said, "Well, we can't accept Canadian coin." I said, "They came out of these rolls." She said, "Well, I can't do nothing about it." I said, "Well, I was going to open an account here, but obviously I'm not going to now." And I left and took the Canadian coins to my own bank, and they did accept them from me. I got one more roll, guys. Have you ever found a 39D? No, I've never found one. No. I found a 38S. Two, actually. One in circulation and one in a roll. This is the last roll. Wow. I think I've lost. Look at that. Three 2016s in a row. How is that possible? These are randomly rolled. There's a 53 Philadelphia. No war nickels in this box. And that's kind of a bummer because I usually do get 2 out of every box, average 2. Got 7 out of 1 box. I couldn't believe that. I just assumed that somebody turned in a bunch of change from a collection, or maybe copped a bunch of change from a collection and took it to the bank, and it ended up in the sorter with everything else. That's the end of that right there. 319. I'm looking for the 75 misplaced mint mark too, and I found 475s in the whole box. That's it. And this is what I got out of this box. What do we got here? 5, 15, 20, 31 coins. 31 coins between 1938 and 59 or 60. I do hold the 60s out. That's as new as I go. And this is what I'm going to. Let me go back to my OBS so I can be real time and not sit here waiting for the thing to show up. I'm going to have one of these, maybe not necessarily one of these two here. This is a silver 60, a 1995 silver proof 69. You can't get much better than that unless you go to a proof 70. I've got a 90. What is this one? A 94. But I'm going to have one of these as a gift once I get my subscribers up a little bit. So if you guys want to kind of pass the word around. I'll do that, Mike. I'll check it out. I go to Coinstar every time I go to Walmart, and here I don't have it here. I found I never find anything in it, never. And one day I decided to walk over to it again before leaving the store because I heard somebody dumping coins in. And I went over and there was one coin. I reached down. I looked, kind of briefly looked at it and didn't really pay attention. Stuck it in my pocket and totally forgot I stuck it in there until later on, well, good several hours later. And I pulled it out. It was a 1900 large Canadian penny. And that thing is in, heck, I've got it close by, I think. It was, well, I thought I did. Maybe I don't. I know I didn't have a holder for it. I didn't have a son of a gun. I thought I had it close by. I'll I'll send you a picture of it. But I found a 1900 Canadian large cent, and it's in the least very fine condition. And you know, I see so many people in the group that I'm on Facebook that does that too. Goes to Coinstar. That's where I started. I never even thought about doing that, but I checked it out and it was very interesting. But that's the only real coin. I found a couple other times I went by and there was a couple of dimes in there. They didn't look like nothing wrong with them, just American dimes. But I see some guys they show like 40 and 50 coins. I'll go check out your thing here in a few minutes. I appreciate you watching, and I will be doing this again. Not tomorrow night, probably Wednesday or Thursday night. So until then, I'll say thanks and have fun trying to find good stuff in circulation.